Good day, everyone. So today we're going to continue our discussion about the Earth's external processes. All right. Last week we discussed about your erosion. What else? What else? Ano pa po? Your erosion. Erosion lang natatandaan. Ano pa po? Very good. Yes. Ano pa? Very good. Now today, we're going to discuss about your mass wasting and your sedimentation. Ayan. Now, start na tayo. Now, your mass wasting. When you say mass wasting, ito yung alam natin na tinatawag na landslide. Ayan, no? Yung alam natin na tinatawag na landslide. Kasi sinasabi natin, nag-landslide dito sa ano? Actually, class, landslide is not the appropriate term to be used if may makita kayong mga ganyang klase yung natural phenomena. So we call that, or disaster, we call that one as mass wasting. Yan po ang appropriate na term because landslide is a specific name of a mass wasting. Kasi pag makita nyo yung nasa picture natin na nasa left side ninyo, on the left side of the screen, so, landslide na sir. Pati nasa right side, landslide na sir. Actually, that's not a landslide. It's a rock slide or a rock fall. Ayan, so maraming klase-klaseng mass wasting. So, hindi natin siya pwede tawagan dahil siya landslide. So, next time when you encounter this type of incidents, no, when you go to somewhere na may, or dadaan kayo sa mga national highway, tapos may mga nangyaring ganito, don't call it landslide. You call it mass wasting. Wala, nag-mass wasting. O, di ba, bongga paminaon. So, parang ibang-iba, no? Unique ka ay dating. So, mass wasting is a mass movement. It is also known as your slope movement. Ang daming pangalan ng mass wasting. It can be a mass movement, a slope movement. Siyempre, estudyante mo ni Sir Roy, naglaag mo, padulong bukid nun, simba ko lang, nagkaroon ng mass wasting doon. It's a mass movement. Tubag dahil ng isang estudyante ni Sir, no, it's a slope movement. Actually, pareha lang na class. It's a mass wasting. No, it's a large movement of rock and soil debris downward due to the force of your gravity. No, kaya nahihila po siya pababa because of your gravity. Now, it is a type of erosion and is capable of making big changes in the side of a mountain. No? So, parang erosion pa rin siya, pero pang malakasang erosion siya, class. No? Masyadong mabigat. Heavy masyadong dati. Kasi nga, there's an influence or the force of your gravity. Now, what are the causes of your mass wasting? Number one is your gravity. No? Constantly pulling of rocks and debris of the mountain, of course. Kasi ang gravity, nagpadayon dyan na siya o bira. No? Wala na siya nag-stop. No? Dili pwede nila ang gravity. Stop sa ko dili kay hikapoy ko. So what will happen sa mga trees dito, class, o mga tao nga ni Agi, nilutaw lang siguro, kaya namili lang siya as dapit na wala gravity. So continuous po ang pulling niya. Once na malusan yung mga rocks or soil natin yung sa ibabaw, pwede niyang hatakin pababa. The next one is your over-steepened slopes. No? Masyadong steep ng slopes ninyo. So prone siya for slump, a slide, or even a rock fall. No? Mga falls. Ayan, pwede rin siyang mahitabo dito. Okay? Sa sobrang steep, dili naka-hold dayon, dili na mga slide at hulog na diretsyo. Again, influenced by gravity pa rin po tayo. Now, another one is your increase of water. Bakit, sir? Ano po meron sa increase of water? It can wash away small particles that help keep your mountain inside intact. No? Because of the increase of water, nahumok siya, mas dali na inoon, birahon. Diba? Same lang good na sa kanang sir, kanang dili siya masulod, sir, kay gahi kayo. Gahi man. Pag imong i-lubricate, sir, nasulod na siya dayon. Yan, no? So, inaan na lang ang dating niya class. No, mas mapabilis, lahi na po yung ginahon na, mag-display na po si sir. Like ang tapini, masarap po siyang tini, ayos na patikimpay. Add me pa, siya, Brunua, hindi mo sandan kritikam. Ayan, bawal Kani siya, tuwa lang siya class wala yung naka-public na video, bantay lang mo. Lahi na po niya ginaisip. Basta increase of water, it can cause mass wasting. Alright? Next, decreased vegetation. Oh my God, so elementary. Kaya tanggal ninyo ang trees, no one will hold the soil and the rocks dito. So what will happen? Pwede siya mahulog diretsyo. No? Sir, ano malaging uban, sir, no? Ang trees po, maapil kahulog. Maybe because pwede other causes ang reason, no? Na ikatong increased water, mato nahumok siya, pati ang ugat sa kahoy, nadala po siya apil, na hulog po siya apil. Ayan, okay? Now, prone to mass wasting and decreased vegetation. Vegetation stabilizes soil particles on the surface and anchors the soil under the surface to its root system. Diba, sabi mo nga kanina, very elementary. Ayan. Another one is your earthquake. Ito yung pinaka-common bakit nagkakaroon ng landslide, no? Uso to. Pag malakas ang earthquake, oh my God, careful, careful, kasi may mga hulog or something. No nga naman, na-weaken man nato atong soil, nauyog-uyogin mo siya, may possible na space in between, di ba? We discussed about your permeable and impermeable rocks, yung may mga space in between, na isbog man siya, so ang yung formation sa rock sa ilalom na change. So may chance na pwede siya mahulog po siya. Ayan, okay? So the violent shaking has the ability to break off sections of mountains or hills, causing them to slide down the slope. Ayan, balik-balik ang meaning. Now, let's talk about the types of your mass wasting. There are 3 types of mass wasting. Let's start with your flow. Loose particle as a fluid. From the name, flow. Ayan, so fluid. Fluid. So there's a loose particles act as a fluid. Kana lang yung di kalimtan. Kani siya, ay hala, unsa man ni landslide ni, ay dili ni landslide, murag basa ra kayo. So we call that one as your flow. There are different types of flow under your mass wasting, no? So it can be a creep, a debris flow, mud flow, earth flow, or solifluction. Okay? It can be a creep, debris flow, mud flow, earth flow, or solifluction. When you say about creep, there's a slow downhill movement of rock or soil under the influence of gravity. So, ang movement niya, class, is medyo slow lang siya, pero pababa pa rin ha. Pag niya, okay, maraming so nag-move siya, pero parang hinahinali yung pag-move. We call that one as your creep. Now, next, your debris flow. It is composed of a mixture of your clay, silt, sand, and rock fragments. So, from that name pa lang na debris. No? When you say debris ba, mga particles, assorted particles, nag-mix-mix na siya. So, mo na siya, nisabay siya sa tubig. So, debris flow. Again, there's a mixture of your clay, silt, sand, and rock fragments in which more than half the components are more abundant than sand. So, mas dagan sila, debris flow ang tawag natin siya. Example pa natin debris flow, yun po yung nasa screen natin. Okay? So, as you can see, tubig siya, pero nasa yung mga bitbit na mga bato-bato. Yan, assorted ang laman niya. Okay. Next, your mud flow. Yan. Your mud flow, the best example of your mud flow are your lahars. Yung lahars, sir, ito yung mainit na agos ng tubig na made up of ashes. Bakit mainit, sir? Because ang ashes po natin is mainit also coming from your volcanic eruption. It has a consistency of wet concrete due to its high water content. No? So that is your mud flow. Iba din po yung earth flow. Yung earth flow natin is, it's more on, less ang water niya. So more siya clay ang dating niya. Not just, dili po siya, basa siya nga clay, kumbaga more dough sa bread. Therefore, less fluid than a mud flow. So kung lapok siya nga basa kayo, we call that one as your mud flow. Pag lapok siya pero dili kayo siya basa, we call that one as your earth flow. This is an example of your earth flow in your screen. Hello sir, mo naman siya ang ginatawag na landslide. Mo na naka-common niya nga makita na ginatawag na landslide. We call that one as your earth flow. Alright? Next, solifluction naman po happens when water-saturated soil moves downslope. It occurs in permafrost regions where the permanent ice layer makes the underlying soil waterlogged. No? So, tungkol sa permafrost, ang ice na lang sa ilalom, ay nasa ibabaw, no? Nakabalot siya sa ice in a certain area, then what will happen, na nagkaroon ng tubig sa ilalim, and mo to slide ni inon siya. Ito na solifluction natin. Okay? Next, your slide. We're done with your flow. The second type of your mass wasting is your slide. It is a movement or coherent blocks or a few intact materials along fractures. Alright? Now, it is faster than flow, but may still take time for the debris to move entirely. Mabilis siya, pero napay time na, maka-warning pagamay. Nisbog na siya. Kaya ang flow na to is mas, basta, ang slide glass, makita pa niyo nga, nag-act pa siya move. So, makalikilikay pa gamay, pero pag dako niyo slide glass, pag-ampo na lang. Ano na lang may tabo, mag-pray na lang ta. Now, there are 2 types of slide. It can be a slump or rock slide. When this slump occurs when blocks of materials move downhill over a gently curved fracture in rock. So makita niyo mura siya, di po siya sinkhole class, but unti-unti siya nga naga-us-us na yuta. So mukha sa perno, naga-us-us siya. And so, the sliding of coherent rock material along a curved surface. Example, look at this one. Yan po class. Diba? Buo pa rin siya. No? The certain part of the heel is buo pa rin, pero slide siya as a whole. And wala di siya yung nag-roll or nag-mix. So makita man ninyo kay ang green na part sa screen, yan po. So yun siya. That's a slump. At La Conchita, California slump. Ayan. Next. Ayan po, another example of your slump. Look at that one. Move siya downward, pero wala dyan siya natutali na bungkag kaayong forma, especially sa ibabaw. Ayan, so that is your slump. Alright? Next, here's another example of your slide is your rock slide. Bedrock slide slope down slope over a fractured plane. The sliding of rock material down a mountain. Ayun lang. Rock slide. Ang nag-slide, rocks. Ganun lang po. Ayan, example. Common ito. Ito yung nangyari mga about 3 years ago. 3 years ago sa Diversion Road. Nung makita nyo, nag-rock slide na po, traffic na po yung downtown. Dito tanang truck mo agi. Ayan. Nag-landslide down. Dito siya landslide down. It's rock slide. Kaya nakita dito puro dagko ay mga bato-bato nga nangaligid. So we call that one is your rock slide. Yan. Another example of your rock slide. Ito common to sa may Bukidnon, Buda. Puntang Cagayan. Okay? So yun yung mga encounter dito. Next, another type of your mass wasting is your fall. The fastest type of mass wasting, no? Hulog lang siya diretso, class. It is characterized by rapid, free falling rocks. Simple lang siya, hulog lang siya diretso. Ayun po. Again, we have 3 different types of your mass wasting, your flow, ano pa yung isa, slide, and your fall. The fastest one is your fall. Very good. Now, in this image class, we have 8 different types of mass wasting. Makita niyo yung itsura niya, paano siya i-describe. Obvious naman siguro, maklaro ninyo, pag debris flow, ganito pala itsura. Tingnan niyo ang mga arrows natin, yung naka-vertical arrows natin. Ang nasa ibabaw, ang mga in wet condition. That is why ang makita niyo ng mga images na sa ibabaw is flow. Sabi nga natin, maraming tubig pag flow. Sa lower part naman po, nakikita natin it's a dry condition. That is why makita natin ito, soil creep, debris slide, rockfall. Uga man ang rockfall, di ba? No? Ang mga bato lang ito nahulog. Ayan. Well, in the gitna naman is medyo saturated lang siya. Ayan. Yung slump, example natin yung slump. Ayan. And then, sa vertical naman na arrow natin sa image, it represents the speed from left to right. Left as the slow speed and right as the fast speed. Now, if I will ask you, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 example of your mass wasting, which one has the fastest speed but wet condition? Fastest speed pero basa yung condition. 3, 2, 1. The answer is mud flow. Very good. Very good. Next, how about fastest speed? No, fastest siya, pero dry condition. Very good. It's your rockfall. Ayan po. So, dali na lang siya identify now with this image. Okay. Now, how are we going to measure to prevent disaster such mass wasting? First is your hazard map, or used to identify areas susceptible to landslide. You know? So, there's, diba na-mention ni sir, pag may sinabing hazard, it's a natural phenomena but that imposed threat. Pag may threat, hazard na siya. Now, once again mo sa hazard map, these maps are done through the use of your photographic analysis, detailed field check, topographic maps, and historical data of the area. So, they're going to check the formation of your land, asa kaya possible din mahulog. Ayan. So, pag matrace niyo na siya class, inyo na i-drawing na dito sa mong map ninyo, oops, mo ni siyang area ng mga delikado. So, bawal magpuyo diri na area. Dito na ito maka-release warning because sa community, because sa atong na-create na hazard map. Next, engineering measures also apply before any hill slope development. Some features are constructed to stabilize the slope of an area such as sweep holes, rock barriers, concrete cover, use of chicken wire, and coconut. Ito yung makikita natin sa diversion road natin dito sa Davao, nakatong permiti mahulugan o mga bato, magka-rock falls or rock slides. So, lingin mo, gisemento nila, nagbutang sila semento na wall. That is an engineering example of engineering measure. Ano pa? Kung makita niyo yung more color brown, that is your coconut. And, no, nga, ginabutangan pa yung tanong-tanong para magawa po siya tanawin. The purpose of the coconut para ma-hold po itong sol o dili siya mahulog dito sa kalsada. Ayan, no? Para dili siya ma-erode dayon. Okay? That is for engineering measures. Soft mitigating measures. So, soft mitigating measures naman, dito na po papasok ating local government by doing information and education campaigns, no? And monitoring early signs and warning systems. So, mga mga soft mitigating measures are one of the preventive measures, no? Para maiwasan natin yung mga disasters such as your mass wasting. Next, the last topic is your sedimentation. Di ba? Ang bilis natin. Your sedimentation. When we say sedimentation, there are loose These are your loose, unconsolidated solid particles from weathering and erosion of pre-existing rocks, precipitation of minerals dissolved in water, and remains of plants and animals. Can you still remember the sedimentary rock? Your sedimentary rock is composed of your sediments. Mogit naman natin biological sedimentary rock. Diba? Kaya na dito to mga remains of your plants and animals. Yeah. So these are your pre-existing rocks. Yung nadurog natin na bato. Okay? Yung nadurog gikan sa mother rock na to na mentioned before during sa rock cycle. Your sediments. Okay? So, dili siya magsugutanan. Now, sir, kailangan natin i-define first on sediments. Pasok tayo kay sedimentation. This is the process in which your solid materials are deposited horizontally. Na-mention ni Sir ito sa introduction natin last week sa discussion, no? That sedimentation is a process wherein the movement of your sediments na transported by different agent, no? Horizontally, no? From left to right or right to left. Ayan po ang movement niya. Such as your water and wind as your different agents na pwedeng makatabang para ma-move in yung sediments. Alright? Now, what are the properties of sediments? Why do we need to discuss the properties of sediments? We need to discuss the properties of sediments because, hold on, because I'm going to pause my recording kasi palobat ni sister. Hold on. Shit, nalobat ko. Ay, naradi ay.
Mura po ba napalungan last week?
At least ikaw napalungan ka, ako wala. Alright, I'm back. O, di ba, muralag wala ng pause, sister. Okay. Now, again, properties of sediments. Why do you need to discuss about the properties of sediments? Because the properties of your sediments will be a great, great impact, no? Or dako siya impact pag abot sa, it is a huge impact, no, in terms of, in terms na mag-move ang iyong sediment from one place to another, or the sedimentation process mismo. Okay? Let's start with your first properties of sediment, which is your the roundness and sphericity. The roundness and sphericity of your sediments. When we say sphericity, it refers to the degree by which a material approaches the shape of a sphere. Anong best example ng shape of sphere? The planet Earth mismo. Diba? Pag inana siya ka-round, inana siya ka-forma ang yung sphere niya, shape ni sphere, do you think mo-roll ang inyong sediment dayon? Yes. Pag ma-rolling siya, mas madali ba siya ma-transport? Yes. So, factor ang sphericity. Next, anong kalayan niya sa roundness, sir? When we talk about roundness, gina-check natin diri ang sharpness of the edges, no? Ang mga edges sa inyong sediment. Nabay ka ng part niya na yung mga edges or ka ng corner or naka-form og angle, factor po siya. Kasi the more na maraming edges, the more po, or mas dako siya part niya na yung flat na part, the more po siya class na dili siya maka-roll, di ba? Like for example, nasa mo kung itang example, eto na lang, yan, okay. Now, pag ikaw siya i-roll na pahigda, mo-roll siya diretso class because the sphericity is almost perfect na dun siya. The roundness, na yung angle wala. Oh, lingin kayo siya, sir. So, mo-roll lang dun siya. No? Mukha na lang siya class, oh. Mo-roll. Next, sir, kung ipatindog na ako siya, roundness, dagag angle, sir, oh, patindog-tindog, oo. Now, kung akong siya iparol, mo roll ba niya siya? Tuwing, maglisod ko, kailangan pa siya effort na mutindog para maka-next ana. Okay. So, which one ang mas madali na mapamove? Kaning A or B? Mas dali ang letter A. Very good. So therefore, the roundness is very important, no? Kung nabay mga edges ang inyong sediments, if the more dagag edges or dagko ay siya mga sharp na part, mas lesser ang chance niya na ma-move, no? Mas wala tayong ginatawag na sedimentation na process na may tabo pag maraming edges. Now, as you can see in this image, class, sa table natin, the upper part, these are the example of your sediments that has low sphericity, yung 1 to 6. Well, your 7 to 12 is high in sphericity. Alright? Now, from naman po, ang horizontal naman or by column naman tayo, from left to right, left is well-rounded and very angular or maraming angles naman ang nasa right ninyo. So as you can see, number 12, ang pinakamahirap dyan na mag-undergo ng sedimentation. Bakit, sir? Tingnan nyo, napakaraming angles. Yan, no? Sorry, it's not number 12, but number 6 rather. Napakaraming angles at the same time, low pa dyan yung sphericity. Tanaw yung forma, mura na siya rectangular na nga bat nga sediments. Tanaw niyo yung roll pala siya, dili na. Mas lala pag yung number 5 actually. We're feeling din ako word na cambio ang 5 and 6 class, no? Pero di ba look at number 5 and 6, mas konti ang chance na ma-roll ni mo ang isa ka sediment or mapaligid ni mo ang isa ka sediment. And okay? I hope that from this table, mas naintindihan po natin ang roundness and sphericity na property of your sediment. Next, your sorting. When we say sorting, it describes the degree of the uniformity ng gisort na to ang imong sediment. No? The degree of the uniformity of your grain sizes of sediments. Magdepende siya sa size imong sediments or sa itsura ng sediments. Sediments are sorted based on their density caused by the energy of the transporting medium. Again, your transporting medium, it can be your water or air. Look at this one. Sa sorting. From left to right pa naman tayo. From the left side of your screen, very well sorted. Bakit? Look at the sediments. Almost same ang size niya. So there's an example of a well-sorted sediment. Well, on the rightmost naman ng part in screen, very poorly sorted. May dagko, may gagmay, may lingi, may square, may rectangular, may gamay, murarag kahoy, magtutik. No, mas lisod siya na mapadala or maanod, no, by your erosional agents or para mo-undergo og sedimentation. Right? Now, what will be the effects, sir, of excessive sedimentation? There are many bad effects po ang inyong excessive sedimentation. First, sa corals. Sediments simply lie on top of them. So, pag matabunan siya sediments class, di na siya ka-absorb of sunlight. Oh, sunlight! Di niya makuha ang sunlight ikan sa ibabaw. So, what will happen? Walay photosynthesis ang atong corals. Remember, the corals nag-undergo yung photosynthesis and they will not survive. Si may tabo. Matay siya, no? Malumos. I mean, malamang naman siya sa tubig. I mean, mamatay siya kaya di siya produce o di ang sariling food. Di siya ka-survive. Kinatabunan siya sa inyong sediments. What if, sir, na ay ginatawag na siltation? Siltation are a type of pollution that occurs when silt and clay dominates a body of water. Usually, ma-mix ganyan mo siya sa muna class. Wala kayo makita nga. Kana ganyan sa may estuary na to, kaniging connection from your river to dagat, wala dyan kayo makita dira nga corals class nga naman. Because from your river, dagan siya, murag na siltation na may tabo, especially pag ikan og ulan. Ang lapok no, nasa tubig, nag-mix ang inyong clay, sand. So, naay sediments nga naga-float. So, pag naan siya, matabunan niya tong kuan, dili makapenetrate ang sunlight padulong sa yung corals, so mamatay siya. Walay corals na mabuo sa mga inana nga places. Okay? Puro mga dead shells lang inyo makita dito. Right? So siltation again is a type of pollution wherein that occurs when silt or clay dominates a body of water. So waterways and irrigation canals may clog due to the large amount of silt that is present. No? Kasi po mabara po siya. Mura lang ka na ng hugas mo plato, class. Wala niyo di pananggal ang inyong mga leftovers. Si may tabo, nagbara ang kakuan. Nagbara ang lababo. Ano man, pagtanaw mo, pagkut-kutin mo dito sa kanang agyanan sa tubig, nadi dito mga kanon, mga mumo. Ayan. So inaana po ng may tabo, mag-cause yung clog no, sa atong mga waterways if na yung mga silts and clays along with your irrigation canals. Ayan. Mo po na siya ang disadvantage sa inyong excessive sedimentation. Next, we will now proceed to our internal processes. Pero syempre class, as I promise, sa synchronous discussion na natin na siya i-discuss. So that's the end of our Earth's external processes. Ayan, yay! Umana jud me! Again, we are done with your weathering. Ano pa yon? Mass wasting. Ano pa? Your erosion. And lastly, your sedimentation. So those are the different Earth's external processes. And I hope you learned something for today. Although paspas kayo yung discussion ni sir, no? Para dili kayo magkaon of time sa inyo, no? Pwede po niyo i-slow lang niyo pagka-play sa video. And pasensya po if I'm going to upload this one through YouTube because I'm having a bad connection. So dugay kayo kung maka-upload sa Facebook, no? May problema. So sa YouTube na lang po na ko. Since naman ta sa YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Char! Promotion! Ilibit ako eh. Subscribe lang good for the char lang good. Uy, lang yung support na lang. Guys, ayan na murog daw ni. Nako'y kauban diri class, nangutot siya ba kayo? Spray tag down. Ako, Murag ako nalumos. Alright. Thank you. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Or have a great weekend. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat. Bye!
Subscribe!